35 and a half weeks.
Previously on Birth Stories.
And they're guessing at this point, if he goes close to term, he'll be over 10 pounds. So we're expecting a big boy.
My life isn't really that different. Well, except I'm 60 pounds heavier than I was a few months ago. And uncomfortable and really, really moody.
Literature is pretty conclusive. You don't improve outcomes by inducing people for big babies.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
That's no problem. Just
We're in no
let me
hurry.
know. Flag me down.
Okay, thanks.
It's kind of like the only night out, so we're,
all right.
we're not
Take
gonna.
your time.
we're not
Okay,
gonna hurry.
thank you.
Thanks.
A rare timeout for Carly and Mike. So far, they've handled 2 small children like pros, but there's a third on the way any day. Good management skills are the key.
Well, we're very much schedule-oriented people to begin with. Like, I do everything by appointments, and I need to know what I'm doing this weekend, next weekend. For 4 weeks, what are we doing?
And that's where I'm challenged with the kids is that if I'm home on a Saturday, I want to get these 5 things done by 5 o'clock, and that's the list, and that has to get done. Those 5 things have to get done, or else I've
You don't feel like you made it.
failed that day.
Yeah.
And
9
it
times
doesn't
out of
always
10.
work that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way. So that's what I'm adjusting to. I'm a little worried about the new baby because I'm just starting to manage the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because Riley's, he can get his own stuff and he's a good helper, and I can hold Zoe and do stuff with one hand, but I don't know how that's gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but in the beginning, you can't do a whole lot for him anyhow, right? Like if I'm nursing, you can't.
Right.
So really, if you can manage.
I'm just hoping Zoe gets to the Riley stage before this baby gets to the Zoe stage.
And I think she
You know
will.
what I mean? Like then I can see how it works, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, honey.
It was the single life and world travel for high school teacher Suzanne until internet dating introduced her to JC.
Oh, sit down, relax.
Next came marriage, and soon a baby. Soon-to-be dad, JC, can take the heat.
Well, I told my parents we met at a bar. I guess I don't know if they're ready to hear about internet dating yet, but we met through Lava Life, which was internet dating. For time-pressed people, I guess in this day and age, it's very effective, for meeting people that want to meet people, which I guess is important, because a lot of times, you don't know what you're dealing with. So it turned out, yeah. After the meeting part is over, I guess everything else is just like anybody else's relationship starting out. But how we met was a little bit different, but we have a couple friends who met the same way, and so I guess my parents would find out at some point. Any steak is fine.
I'm so hungry. I've been craving steak all day.
We look like pigs. That's Friday night.
Tessie girl, are we gonna go downstairs and get your baby brother's bed? Yeah? Okay, let's go get the bed.
Deanne and Jamie have baby number 2 on the way, and it's time to dig out Tess's old crib.
Okay.
You got that end? I feel like I'm carrying all the weight here, Tess.
Motherhood wasn't always what Deanne had in mind.
Both hands.
I love being pregnant. It's a nice thing. It really is, Other than getting big, I love it.
Looks like it works there.
Okay. I didn't know I wanted to have kids. I sort of went through life thinking that if I got married, that would be kind of nice. There weren't things that I dreamt of as a young girl, the big white wedding, having, 20 kids. No, I didn't think that at all. It wasn't a big ambition of mine. It clicked.
Tessie girl.
Yay!
Yay!
It's done!
So you gotta cry.
This is huge.
Whoa! Okay, come out.
We hope not. That's why. Thank you for testing it, Tess. Okay, Daddy. Hey,
So we gotta fix it.
That's funny.
Right on schedule, Carly's gone into labor. The unborn baby has been measuring so large that there were some worries about giving birth at home, but Carly is determined to go for it.
That's what my focal point is. Is I find if you look at something when you're breathing, it's easier to get through it. I woke up about 1 o'clock this morning and having back pain till 3, and then I got in the tub and then the contractions started, and they stopped around 7, which is what they've been doing for the last 3 nights. And I was able to sleep for an hour, and then we knew we had an appointment at 10, and I had contractions all the way to the midwife, and they examined me, and I was almost 5. So they said, just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing good. Get really close.
Marianne's gonna be here any minute.
I'm running this job. I'll just. Yeah?
Yeah.
See, that sets the tone.
All right.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it just? Okay.
You see where you're
I'm
going?
on.
Don't even. Mine doesn't work like this. Okay. Hope we'll have a better result than we did with the crib.
Okay, I'm on.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Deanne and Jamie have been busy renovating their small house, bracing for a 4th occupant.
All of our friends who have 2 say you don't have more than you have hands. And it seems to make sense. And 2's a good number. You know, we only can fit 2 in the house.
It's more than monetary to have, 2 instead of 3. And it's that whole policing thing where you become a referee as opposed to a parent. Gorgeous.
These are so pretty.
Breeze.
Come on out of there, Max.
Labor is progressing well, and Carly makes it look easy. The midwives arrive to find her 6 centimeters dilated. The pain she can handle. Carly is more worried about her energy level.
One of the options right now is to break the membranes for you.
Okay.
What would likely happen is that would bring the baby's head right down, and is that something you'd like to do? Okay. Here it comes, okay?
Beautiful clear fluid.
Nice and clear.
Now you may feel a real change with the next one, because it may be a lot easier all of a sudden to bring the baby down. I know. You'll have enough energy. You're doing fine.
You've been twice already. I heard you say that 2 times before.
It's that very normal feeling at this stage. You're going to find the energy, and then you're going to get your second wind. You were born to do this, really.
My breasts are leaking a little bit more than they have been.
That's great.
But it's not clear. It was clear before. It's not clear now.
It's kind of milky, that's awesome. You're gonna have lots of milk.
Okay, because last night it was intense.
Was it dripping?
Yeah.
Wow, that's good. Good. Makes your midwife happy.
A midwife appointment at Suzanne and JC's house. Having her first child in her mid-30s, everything's feeling unfamiliar for Suzanne.
It'll be like a little
I
fountain.
wrote this down in the nap because I have been so tired the past week.
You look a bit tired, like around your eyes.
I spent 4 days in bed. It was like worse than the first trimester tired. Today I'm actually feeling better than I felt. But like beyond anything that I experienced first trimester, is that pretty normal at
It
this
is
time?
common as your body gets,
Dealing with a heavier and heavier belly that you get more tired. I don't think you're gonna have your baby in the next week, so I'm thinking that you'll finish school and then you'll have, I know you want it to be done and over with. Naps, no housework, right?
yeah. There's no housework.
Unless you feel like
Massages, pedicures, anything that your little heart desires.
I know. I have to go through it though.
Deanne's first labor and delivery was long and difficult, but this time Deanne's got a plan. She wants to try hypnosis to cope with the pain, and she and Jamie have checked out a hypnotherapy demonstration.
With the hypnotherapy, a lot of the statistics show that the time frames are cut in half or more.
I mean, I'm not as open to it as I would like to be, like a little more pessimistic or skeptical. But there were some interesting things that we did in the class that were inspiring. And
what Jamie's talking about, there was one where you put your hand in a bowl of ice, and she would time 1 minute, and after 1 minute you think your hand's going to fall off because it's really cold. So she did a quick self-hypnosis, and then we all immersed our hands in the ice water again. So, as we pulled our hands out, literally we thought it was maybe 10 seconds. I don't know if you thought it might have been 30, but it was 3 minutes.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
No, it wasn't 3 minutes.
Yeah, she did. She timed it for 3 minutes.
She did. Our hands would have frozen up.
No, they wouldn't.
It was like a minute and a half.
Okay, anyway.
Well, it's important.
It
I mean,
was
a minute
longer.
to 3 minutes.
No,
and then
I
it
think
seemed
it
like
was
10
3
seconds.
minutes. I would argue that though, but that would just be because I would argue that.
Yeah, no, it was a minute and a half.
Okay.
Just for you, folks. She has a way of.
It was time distortion. Point is,
that's
time distortion is the point that we're trying to make. That we won't in this argument.
But it was a neat experiment anyway, whatever the outcome.
Labor is serious business for Carly. Sheer determination has seen her through the worst of the pain, and now she's ready to push.
Do you want to feel his
That's him right there.
He's got a wrinkly head right now. He's ready to see you.
Oh. Okay, don't be scared of all that pressure. That's good.
That's it, Carly.
You're doing great. Wow. Amazing.
That's it. I can see the top of his head peeking. Hello, Max. He does have a bit of hair. I'll have to revise that bald estimate. Just catch your breath if it's in between.
Take it down a bit.
No, he's going to be comfortable with his sexuality. He's going to be wearing girl clothes until we run out of them.
Oh, excellent.
Deanne and Jamie have been told to expect a boy.
No, he can't wear that.
It could still be a girl,
I know. We have a container downstairs of all of Tessa's clothes. So we took out all the girly clothes and put them away when we found out it was going to be a boy. But somehow this container has not made it out of the house. Because and Jamie, I know it. I know what you're thinking. You say it's 99%.
When we went to the ultrasound, and I asked the technician afterwards, I said, "How what's the room for error in your reading the ultrasound?" And she said, "In this case, it's a boy."
I didn't even have time to put on my fancy underwear or your makeup stuff.
It's been a rough night for Suzanne and JC. With Suzanne's due date a week away, she hasn't been feeling the baby move much. An ultrasound confirms a heartbeat, but little movement, so she's been admitted to hospital for monitoring.
The movements had changed when she dropped a bit, because I know that she dropped a little bit. The movements became sort of sweeping movement. But what scared me today was that wasn't happening. And they were just really, really subtle. And then I had something sweet and lie down, and I wasn't getting the same kind of response that I had been getting in the past.
The baby not moving for half an hour? It's one of those areas that the baby does have sleep cycles, and that's what we know that for sure, and you've probably experienced that yourself when there's very little movement at certain times during the day.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Anyway, I felt a bit ridiculous calling, but
that's why we're around.
I know.
We like you to call us sooner than later. Did you have another movement?
Yep.
Excellent. So now we're not worried about movement at all.
This is a test run that is freaky. Yeah.
It was a good test run.
The birth of Carly and Mike's third baby is only a moment away.
Little pants. Okay. Another little push. Can I push?
Yes,
Yeah, little
go
push.
ahead and push.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. Perfect.
Just bring him right around there. That's it. Just like that. Good work. Shoulders coming. Oh, another little cord. Fun guy. Okay.
He's ready to come, my friend. That's it.
Give another push. He's kind of at his
Big
belly.
squeeze. There we go.
Hello, big guy.
Okay.
Hi, sweetheart. Oh. Here, Maxie. As close to the baby as you can. As close to the baby as you can. Hi. That was you making all that noise in there.
Give us a sneeze, buddy.
You're a big boy. Because of cord blood, right? Hi, sweet pea.
Okay.
Oh, we waited for you for so long. Yeah. Hi. Hi, my angel. Thank you, baby. Oh, he's beautiful.
Good job. His color is good.
Just rub him up a
Just needs to cry a little bit.
I'm gonna cry.
I know.
Okay. Do you want to cut
Definitely a
the cord
boy.
there?
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
Bud is here. Hello, Matt.
Got him freed up there. Took him up.
You look like this. Thank you.
Yeah, big baby.
Okay, sweet pea.
Kind of stable.
Oh, he's got
Super handy.
he's got your nose.
He's mine.
Yes.
Only a few days have passed. Because of her age and concerns about her baby's movement, Suzanne gets another ultrasound, and this one only scares her more. The technician can't find evidence that Suzanne's baby is breathing, so a doctor double checks.
And it's the white line above that we want to look at for the...
Yeah, that's right. Just the expanse. We have to wait a little bit and see, yeah. Because that's the rib, that's the chest. But baby's heart rate is definitely okay. Beating is fine.
Mm-hmm.
3 more minutes, okay?
That's another movement.
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
Yes, I did.
Good.
So you couldn't find the breathing?
No. You know the movements don't happen every time, so you have the breathing rather. So you have to understand this too.
Okay.
The doctor reassures Suzanne, but now fatigue and stress are taking a toll.
We were offered an induction and we're not going to take it. We're just going to come back on Saturday. If it was just me, I would have gone for the induction just because I'm so tired and stuff, but it's not. And so we're going to come back on Saturday.
I just want you to know you're reading me wrong. Because I was worried about waiting another 48 hours because of the stress on your body.
Well, we've already made the decision.
No, we can change our mind.
Hi, you finished now?
Finally, yeah.
Okay.
We've already made the decision.
We can change
We've
our
already made the decision. I don't want to have this conversation. Just stop. We've made the decision.
All right.
Wow.
Wow.
10 pounds, 1 ounces.
I said 10 too.
You are pretty good. You are good, Carly.
An all-natural birth that hardly had Mom breaking into a sweat, and Max is 10 pounds plus.
Do you want to see if he wants a little munching? Let me shower first and feel decent.
We'll let Daddy hold
Looks
them.
like the other two.
Yeah. They're all DeMilles. None of them look like me.
I know, it's so
That's
unfair.
okay. They got good genes. Hey? You want to hold him, baby? Yeah. He's heavy.
Want me to pass him over?
Yeah, that would be great.
I think he looks like his sister.
Yeah. Well, she looks just like her dad.
Wow. You're solid. You're solid.
Nothing. This is
Another
just
big
your
yawn.
sitting
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Another big yawn.
When you pee, that'll go away. It's not too far.
His first yawn.
It's done. Now you have to push.
Next time on Birth Stories.
He's not born yet.
But he was so mesmerized by me. And here we are today, married, kids, house, working, you know, and
We actually had sex the day before I went into labor. We think that put us into labor. Oh, yeah. That's what got me into labor. Really? Sex like every day. Really?
Yeah.
Because you wanted to, or you were on a mission?
Well, let me tell you. It was a labor of love.